Right, Project Mini. So we have got the engine out, we have degreased it, we've given it a quick lick of paint just so we can see what's happening. We are going to take the cylinder head off. Now we've done the compression test, and the compression test was actually okay. So why am I taking the cylinder head off? We need to change the inlet valve stem oil seals, and to do that I need to take the rocker cover off, and I need to compress the valve springs and take those off. So I might as well take it off, put a new head gasket on, put a new bypass hose on. So we've already got the carburetor and exhaust manifolds off, and it's out the car obviously. If it's in the car you can do it in the car, but you've got to take that stuff off, and I've taken the rocker cover off, but that's easy. You'll have to get to this little bypass hose. He's naughty. We've got that done right. So Alicia's got the impact driver. I think we're going to start on the outer one. So we've done that one there. In fact, is he coming out with this? Yeah, you can wind him out. Where's our little tray? So that stud's longer than the others because it takes the ignition coil. Right then. So I reckon go this one next. We'll start on the outer ones. Oh, keep it pushed on. That's it. Right, put that in your pot. Oh, it's still inside there. Has he got enough? Yeah, he's on that. So obviously when you tighten a cylinder, you go from the middle out. I reckon we'll go from the out in undoing. Not sure it makes any difference. Ah, crafty. Stop it getting stuck in the gun. Right, so we'll get that off, and then it should be a question of lifting it off. All right, well done. We'll get... So taking the cylinder off, we'll be able to check what the pistons are like. We'll be able to check what the bores are like. Which will be interesting. We'll check the valves, but they might just need a decoke. Right, where have we done? She's racing ahead of me. Dish, you got this, that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one. And then, which one are we on? Then that one. Now, it will lift slightly, because obviously the valves are compressed. So as we get it off. Right, and then what is that? Your last one there? Sometimes the stud comes out, sometimes the bolt comes out. Now, is that ready to lift? There's no sign of any movement yet. Around the other side. Oh, that's got some movement going. Yeah. Right. How are we going to do that without... We don't want to go smacking it too wildly, do we? We got anything to go on that side?
Yeah.
You reckon you can get in there? Just tap him gently. Go on then. Right, back round the other side. Right, and soon we'll be able to get a lever in that little gap there. Right, I reckon that might be ready to lift off. Now, obviously we've got the thing. Do you want to have a go at lifting it, or shall I have a go? Is it going to need my hinge power? Oh, go on, you're rocking it. That's helping. Okay. Is it moving?
Yeah, it is.
There you go. There we go. I put that down. We don't want to bend the valve. We'll have a look at that in a minute. Oh, it smells very oily. Right, so there we go. So there's our piston. They all look quite good. So what we're going to do is we'll clean it, and we're looking for a ridge at the top. I can't feel anything, and we'll look for scoring in those pistons. But let's get some cleaner on it. We've cleaned 2 of the pistons, and they've come up quite nice. So Alicia, do you want to have a go at cleaning those? So it is pretty coked up. So we're also doing a decoke. Used to have to do that back in the day. Now, they don't look to be overbored, they look to be standard bore, but there's minimal gap or scoring in the bores, so I think George is lucky. I think this is a mint little engine. Right, what do you want, a bit of white spirit?
Yeah.
Not sure if you're supposed to use white spirit, but it seems to clean it up. There you go. Yeah, I can't see a plus or even a standard in there, but they look... Let's see if I can zoom in on the letters. There you go. Ooh. But yeah, so we'll get that all clean, clean all the remains of the gasket off, and then we'll get on and have a look at the cylinder head. Right, we've got the cylinder head on the bench. We're going to take off the rocker shaft. So we've got those 4 1/2-inch bolts to undo there, Alicia. I don't think there's any particular order. Make sure you keep it pushed on as you get it there. Right, that's it. Might be some washers there as well. We might have to get. Oh, is he reaching?
No.
Just. No. Right, we're gonna have to take it off the front. I might just be able to slide it over. We'll have to get a spanner on it. Like that. Right, let's see if you can just push the thing into the back of there. Just to get it to engage. Go on then. That's the trick there. Not too big a deal. Yeah, okay, well done. Right, and now you should be able to push that first push rod back through. I said take the weight off it. Right. And then poke it through where we've written hole number 1. You might have to flip the cardboard up a bit. Yeah, that'll do. That's that. And then number 2. We keep them in order. They sort of worn together, and we'll have to adjust the tappets less when we put it all back. So it's not that serious, but why not? Looks like we know what we're doing. And then what we'll do is we'll just clean up, because all these are all coked up, and we'll check all the valves look okay. Clean that head off. We've got to take that bypass valve out as well. So let's get cleaning this up. Right, so we've spun the head over, and we've got let's have a look. We've got a little wire brush and an electric drill, and that seems to be doing a pretty good job at cleaning it. Have a go on that second cylinder. Right, so we'll get on and clean all of this up. Right, we've got the cylinder head all up here now. Right, we are going to change the valve stem oil seals. What is a valve stem oil seal? It's this little badger here. Let me put it on a white bit of wood. You better see it. Hopefully it'll focus. So there you go. And it's got a little spring around the top, and it stops the oil draining past the valves. And this was a bit smoky on startup, and the bores and everything look fine. So I don't think it's anything to do with the engine. I think it is to do with the cylinder head. Right, who's going to do this? Do you want to film while I do the springy bit?
Yes.
Because this is... So, we didn't have enough depth, so we've taped a socket on the end of our valve spring compressor. And you put this over here. Make sure we leave it, and then push against the valve there. And then give it a big heave-ho. 1, 2, 3. Right. And that's compressed the spring. And it's exposed these 2 little collets, and if I can get them out without dropping them. Oh, he's there. Hold on, I had a magnetic screwdriver here earlier. He turned out to be the game. Could be the move, look. Oh, don't drop them on the floor, whatever you do. Right, so these are kind of cool, right? Practice your videoing skills, Alicia. Oh, the other one's fallen out by itself. So they've got these little grooves in them, and it's conical in shape. It's sort of, if I can go again, it's not going to let go. And they jam in, and there's 2 grooves on the valve stem, and they fit round there perfectly. Where did that other one go? I heard him drop. Oh, disaster. Don't lose those collets. I don't want to move now. Right, and then what you can do is release the valve spring. And that's the valve spring now. I think they're called collets, those little clippy things. Right, where did I put that one? Right, put them safe. Right, and then what you'll see is on here, there's a little rubbery top hat, but they go hard after time. They don't really have the dream life, do they, Alicia?
No.
Stuck in an engine bay, going all the time. Oh, I nearly stabbed myself. There it goes. Right, and so that they go all a bit hard, and these need. I think that's all I've taken the cylinder head off for, to be honest. So that goes in the bin. My bin's moved. Right, and we can take the valve out. We'll just check the valve seat. So we're looking for a nice clean valve seat here. That's all perfect. We'll just clean up the soot off the back of this valve here. I'll just do it with this little device here. I'm sure it's not very scientific. There we go, clean them all up. Look, he's looking lovely. Right, and then we've got to put the new valve stem oil seal on. Well, let's clean him up a bit first. He's a bit murky there, isn't he? Clean. Cleanliness is next to godliness, isn't it, Alicia?
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever that means. Right then. Okay. We can put the valve back through. And that's the inlet ones, which are the ones that seem to cause more of the smoking, I think. the exhaust is already going out your engine. It's not such a worry. There you go. So he will then go pop, 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 pop. Then we've just got to compress our valve spring. Oh, we've got to find that other collet now. So put the valve spring, if the little top hat goes on, all well and good. Get that behind there. Let's catch the front of that. Alright. And you got to just make sure you guide him onto the valve. And you got to pull a face, which I'm sure I do. Right, and we see it exposes the two grooves. There's a Madonna songs coming into mind now. Alicia. Get into the groove, I think were the words of the song. Right, how's that looking? Oh, he's not quite. Oh, yeah. Do you reckon he's in?
Yeah.
Alright, go on then. We'll let him off slowly and watch my fingers. Right. He looks all good, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Right, we'll do the last one, which is an exhaust valve. The exhaust valves tend to be a bit muckier, but we'll finish that. Then we've got to wait for the new bypass hose to come, and then we'll get the head back on. We've got to get the rocker gear, then we've got to do the tappet clearances. We like doing those, don't we, Alicia?
Yeah.
Yeah.